The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, pick 26.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's taken in by Watson.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the Chargers 41-yard line.
Second down at 7.
30. 50.
Now it's Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. And again, it's Rodgers. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive. And he's going to profess that he was happy to get points. And we know that's not true. Okay? After this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment. We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
And the Chargers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. They'll try to run with Edmonds. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Chase Edmonds in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. He'll swing that out to Edmonds. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 54 yards.
I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're good. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Chase Edmonds. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24.
Chargers 24, Packers nothing.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Rodgers going to throw. This pass complete to Melton. He's got room at the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. Second and 10. Draw play. Here's McAllister. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, and now third and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
26. Yeah, this. Inside.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
In a game that hasn't gone your way, you've got to throw in the end zone at every opportunity and hopefully climb back in as much as possible. He put way too much on that throw, though, and that shot ends up with nothing.
Hey, take 26. Take 30. 50. Inside.
Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he is going to have a Packers first down as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk. 17 yards there on fourth down. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Running on first down, Eckler. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as... Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
It's Eckler again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now it's Herbert. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st. But they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 31-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's got it to Williams. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the Packers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. That's back-to-back drives that have looked pretty good. The offense was moving the ball, but in both cases, the defense comes up with a big INT to get off the field.
How about the layers of intrigue that continue to get added as we watch this game unfold? Both offenses, they're a little bit discouraged with how their drives ended. How will each respond now and can either mount another positive series that ends in points for their team?
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
88. Come out!
Rodgers now on first down. Touchdown, Packers! Christian Watson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Rodgers will throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. The Charger drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. They'll start this drive out on the ground. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They find some open field here. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 75 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A give, Eckler running to the right. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Here's Herbert. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They're going to pass here with Herbert. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Herbert now. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers.